This is the Roulette Master, and if you want to join a community of people that love to play roulette and get better at it every single day of the week, then go ahead and hit the red subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content that releases every single day of the week at 8 a.m. And I can't wait to share with you the strategy that was sent in today. This one is also from Max and Melanie from Kansas City, Missouri. And they said they have been winning consistently with this at the casino. They actually had a system they sent in earlier in the week, and I'm really excited to share this one with you as well. And so that way you guys can start having the same kind of success that they are. Let's go ahead and place the bets first. And you notice this is a European style. They said you can play European or American, but your odds are better when you play the European style with 1-0. So either way is fine, but let's go ahead and place the bets first. And you can actually have a bankroll for this one anywhere between $200 and $1,000. And I'm going to recommend 1,000, but I'm going to also show you why 200 isn't a bad option as well. And let's go ahead and place the bet. So we're going to put $105 on 19 to 36. We're going to put $70 on first 12, and then we're going to put $20 on the 13 to 17 corner, and then $5 on 0, $200 total bet. And I'll show you what they've been up to here, and also how to recover if you do get a whack, because like I said, I'm recommending a higher bankroll than that. But if you want with this system, you could just do a $200 bankroll, and if you get whacked, you lose the 200. But let's go ahead and play it today with a $1,000 bankroll and a $200 starting bet. So here we go. That is a 1 red. And you're noticing with all these wins, we're getting $10 so far. So we're up 20. And I'm going to also go over, there's a few other options that you're going to hit on the board that are going to be different than $10 wins. We'll go over that, and also how to recover. So we're up 30 right now. You can see we have pretty much everything on the board covered except for the 15 and the 18. So here we go. That's a 28 black. And what Max and Melanie do is they just play till they're up $100 and cash out. So let's see where we're at after this one. But like I said, I'm going to keep playing till we at least get a few whacks so that you guys can see how to recover from this as well. And we're up $50. So it's going to, if we don't get hit whack here, we're going to probably be up 100 and pretty quickly, winning $10 per spin. You can see we're already up $60. And there's only a couple numbers on the board there that are not covered, the 15 and the 18. So that's a 30 red. Okay, let's go ahead and rebet. You can see we're up 70 now. And let's spin. All right. That's a 5 red. And it's kind of nice knowing as long as it doesn't hit the 15 or 18, it's not going to be a really bad hit. And we're up 80 already. And here we go. All right, let's see what we get. That was almost a 0, and that would have been okay with this system. So we're up 90. And if we win this one, we've actually already accomplished the goal that they set out. But like I said, we're going to play longer today because that's what I've been doing lately, is trying to, play longer with these systems so that you guys can see the good and the bad. So let's keep playing until we get a hit. And if you're playing in the casino, I don't recommend that, though. If you're playing in the casino and you get up 100 like Max and Melanie, I want you to cash out, okay? So here we go. We're going to spin again, and we're going to keep going and see how we deal with losses on this. But right now we haven't had any losses, and with only 2 numbers that are not covered, you might go a while without a loss, which is fine with me. We'll keep going until we get a loss, and then I'm going to also explain to you what happens when you hit the 13 through 17 corner. So we're up 120. Here we go. Let's see what we get here. That's a 22 black. That's a win. Again, just the 15 and the 18 are the total whacks. And we're up 130 already. So this is working really well. Again, Max and Melanie said they're cleaning up with this. And there's a 5 red. That's another win. We're up 140. And let's spin again. Here we go. Okay, that's a 23 red. Okay, we're up 150. All right. Let's see. We definitely want to hit one of the 13 okay, there's our first total whack. I was going to talk about the 13 to 17 corner, but there's our first total whack. Again, the system did do what they said it did. They were up 100, and you could have cashed out 100 up. But now we're going to keep playing after we get a whack and see how we do. So we're minus 50 all of a sudden. We're not going to increase the size of the bet. We're just going to keep going. And this is why I recommend a $1,000 bankroll, so that if you started out with a few whacks, you could still recover. And we're minus 40 now. And let's spin again. Okay, that's a 24 black. And yes, we're still going to talk about the 13 to 17 corner. We're minus 30 right now. Let's spin a few more and see if we get one of those numbers, and then we'll go over that as well. And there's one right there. So if you do hit a 13 to 17 corner, you lose $20. So we're currently down 50. Oh, let me put that back out. I think I took one of the bets off. Let me make sure. Oh, I took the 0 off accidentally. There we go. Okay, here we go again. And let's see what we get here. That's a win. So you can really rack up a lot of $10 wins with this one. And they say they play all the time where they get up to $100 and cash out. And, you know, worst case scenario, they lose the 200. But they like to play also where you could have more than one whack and recover with a larger bankroll. And you can see we just got one of those two numbers again. So that's pretty rare, but anything can happen when you're playing roulette. So now you can see we're down 240. We're going to keep playing and see if we can get that back and get ahead again. So here we go. I think we can get a lot of wins in a row and get that money back. Let's give it a try. So that's a 4 black. And just so you know, this system did do what they said it would do. We got up 100 and could have cashed out. But like I said, I'm going to keep playing so that you guys can see what would happen if you played with this for a long period of time. And look at that, another one. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're minus 430 now. Okay, let's see how long we can go without getting one of those again. That's pretty rare to get 3 of those in a very short period like that. But that's roulette. Anything can happen. So now we're minus 420. We need to get a bunch of wins in a row. But you're also going to get a lot of wins in a row when you're playing this way. Another thing to think about too is that if you're one of the people that just has the $200 to spend, there's a very good chance that you will win 100, and winning 100 with a $200 bankroll is almost unheard of, because generally you try to, I recommend to try to get 10% of what your bankroll is, but you actually have a really good chance of getting up 100 and cashing out with that $200 bankroll. If we had just had 200, we would have made it, and it's definitely something to think about. But if you do get whacks, man, we've already got 3 whacks. That's pretty crazy with only 2 numbers uncovered. But we're going to keep playing and see how many wins we can get in a row, and if we can, you know, since we kept playing until we got those big whacks, you know, how long it'll take to get our money back. And you can see we're minus 370 right now. We need to get a bunch of wins in a row, which will happen, but let's see how long we can go without getting a whack now. And that was one of those $20 losses. Always remember those are in there, the 13 to 17 corner, and but that's not going to eat into your profits too much. So that's a 29 black. All right, let's spin again. And here we go. That's a 35 black. That's a win. And like I said, sometimes you can go with this and win over and over and over again for a long period of time. It's not normal to have 3 losses when only 2 numbers are uncovered in a very, very close period like what we just did. And but anything can happen in roulette. You have to be prepared for that. But that's something we need to talk about with the bankroll. There's another win. Is that if you do have $1,000 bankroll, I mean, if that happens and you did lose 3 in a very short time like that, you basically would lose. Obviously, you would lose more than if you started with just the 200, got whacked and left. But basically, oh my goodness, we just got another one. So that's 4 times now we've hit those 2 numbers. So that's definitely unlikely, but like I said, can happen. And let's see what we have here. There's a $20 loss. We're gonna keep playing for a while and see how much we can eat into this to this amount that we're down here. It'll give you a good idea if you do get behind, if how long it's going to take to get it back, and what your chances are of doing that. So let's go. Let's see what we can get here. Okay, that's 11 black. All right. Because just like, I mean, as unlikely it is to get 4 or 5 losses like we have so far, it's also very common with something like this with only 2 numbers uncovered. You could go, hundreds of spins without losing too. So keep that in mind, and always remember too that we actually did accomplish what they wanted us to, which is just to get up 100 and walk. But I'm continuing to play because, like I've been saying lately, I want you guys to see the good and the bad with everything, and I want you to see a much larger sample size. So here we're going, and that's a 17 black. That's one of those $20 losses. Let's check our balance. We're minus 530. So we're still within our $1,000 bankroll. We're only minus 530, but it will take a little time to, if you have 5 losses like we just had, it's going to take a long time to get it back. But the reason we're not down $1,000 is because we've got a lot of wins too. So keep that in mind. And let's check our balance. 510. Let's see how much we can eat into that. And let's see, I'm excited to see how many times in a row we can win without losing. Because, like I said, there's both sides to this. Sure, you could lose 5 times with only 2 numbers uncovered. It's very unlikely. But you could also be on the other side where you go forever without losing with only 2 numbers uncovered. So keep that in mind as well. And here we go. That's a 20 black. Okay, and you can see we're starting to cut into it a little bit, but it's going to take a little time and patience. And here we go. And I recommend playing it like they do. Obviously, to get up 100 and walk, that's the way to do it. Also, one of my other subscribers, Sonny, who wrote that book, Get In, Get Out. It's the way to go. Get up and get out while you're up. I don't know how many people I know, get up at the casino. They think they're going to win a lot more, and they keep going, and then give it all back. Anytime you can leave the casino with money that you did not bring with you, it's a win. And slow money is better than no money. That's what Laura Miles Slot says, and I think she's right. But look at that. I think that's our 6th one that we've lost, and we still haven't lost our $1,000 bankroll. But now you can see, and that's very, very rare to have 6 losses on 2 numbers uncovered. But it lets you know that that's something that can happen. I mean, you never know. In roulette, you could have, 5 in a row of 1 number, if it's just your unlucky day. So obviously, if we started with 1,000, we'd still have almost 400 left. And then we would need patience and time and patience to eat back into that, and that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm also excited to see, again, how long we can go without losing now, or if more of these losses continue to happen. And that's a 16 red. That's one of those $20 losses. And here we go. Now we really need patience and bankroll. And that's a 32 red. That's a win. And we're just going to try to eat into this. And that's what you have to do when you get down a lot. You need patience and bankroll. And it can take a while to get it back. But when you try to get it all back really quickly, you know, a lot of times it doesn't work out very well for you. So that's 11 black. That's another win. Okay. Let's rebet and spin. And I'm excited to see how long we can go without losing now. Let's see what we can do. That's a 26 black. Okay. Here we go. $10 at a time. And there's another win, 7 red. But man, that's a lot of losses with only 2 numbers uncovered. Wow. And I'm looking forward to the challenge of, of knowing that I still have my bankroll and that I have the patience to keep winning $10 at a time and see what I can do, over a long stretch. So we're minus 570 right now after those 6, I believe it's 6 losses at 200. So that just shows you how much we've won, though. If we lost 6 times at 200, that's 1,200. And we're only minus 560. So that shows you how much we have won in the process as well. So here we go. That's a 1 red. That's a win. Okay, we're minus 550. Let's keep eating away at this. That's a 17 black. That's one of those $20 loss ones. But a $20 loss isn't going to set you back that much. And that's a 3 red. That's a win. Okay. Here we go. So really, you could do this with, you could do it with a 200 bankroll, but if you lose, you're out. You could do it with a $400 bankroll. Lose once, you have another chance. Or you could do it the way we're doing it, where you put 1,000 down, and we still have bankroll, even though we've lost 6 times at $200 each time. So it gives you more of a chance to come back, but it also makes it to where, if you could lose more if really bad things happen. So keep that in mind, and let's see how we do here and how long we can go without losing. We're minus 530. We're just peeling away at this $10 at a time. There's another win. That's a 10 black. All right, here we go. Yep, just like it can go bad, it can also go good the same amount on the opposite side. And let's keep rebetting here and winning $10 at a time. And with patience and bankroll, we should be able to start getting some of this off. There's another $20 loss, though. Won't hurt us too badly, but let's get another win here. That's a 35 black. Okay, let's rebet, and then we'll check our balance again. 4 black. Okay, you can see we're at 510. And let's keep peeling away at this. That's a 12 red. All right, let's respin. Still have plenty of bankroll left. And you could play this all night, I would think, with that $1,000 bankroll. We just lost another 20 there, though. Unless you lost like all of them consecutively at the very beginning. Because like I said, even with our 6 losses at $200 a piece, that's $1,200 and we're only minus 510. So that means in the process, we've won almost $700 in $10 bets. So, so here we go. So the nice thing is, even though we're way behind now, we're not. It's not like a martingale situation where at the very beginning you're going to lose it all and have to go home with nothing. And let's see. I'm excited to see how many we can win in a row here. All right, that's a 36 red. That's a win. So you can't get discouraged. You have to have patience and bankroll and start eating away when you have really bad luck. So we're eating away at it. That's 11 black there. That's a win. Okay, we're minus 470. Here we go. $10 at a time. That's another win. 33 black. And you know, the law of averages will tell you that over time, you know, a very big proportion of time, you will win. Each number will hit the same amount of times. But the problem is in smaller sample sizes, anything can happen. You could have one number hit a bunch or none, but over a very long period of time, the law of averages, you know, shows that these numbers will average out. The problem is that your time at the casino isn't long enough of a time for that to happen, and you know, but eventually things will even out. And here we go. You can have really good hot streaks, and you can have really low streaks, and you have to be prepared with both. You have to, when you have the bad times, you need bankroll and patience, and that's what we're trying to do right now, is peel away at this. And there's another win. That's a 4 black. Okay, we're minus 410. Here we go. That's a 33 black. All right, let's see how it goes here. That's another 33 black. Look at that. Back to back. 33 black. And then we'll bet here and check our balance again. See how much we've carved off of that. I think at one time we were down about 700 and something. And now we're at minus 380. So, and we had the 6 losses at $200 a piece. That's 1,200 that we lost. And we've already cut it back to 370. Here we go. That's another win. That's a 20 black. All right, we're slowly, with patience and bankroll, eating back into this. There's a 30 red. That's a win. We're minus 350. But again, we were just we were down over 700 not too long ago. There's another win. That's a 4 black. Okay, we're minus 340. And again, remember at the beginning that we did actually achieve the goal that Max and Melanie set out for you, which was to be up $100 and cash out. But again, I said I wanted to keep playing so you guys could see what could happen if you played longer, just so you know. But remember, you always want to do what they say to do, which is to get up 100 and cash out. And we're minus 320 now. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a win. That's a 34 red. And we'll check our balance again after this one. See how much we've, with patience and bankroll, we've taken off of this. So there's 11 black. Okay, we're at minus 300. Here we go. It's a 28 black. That's a win. Okay, we're minus 290. All right. 18. And then that set us back again. So at one time we were down 7 something. That's our 7th loss at $200 each. But again, at just 1,400 that we've lost, we're only down 490. So let's keep chipping away. We still have plenty of bankroll left out of that $1,000 bankroll. And let's see what we get here. There's an 8 black. And remember, you only have to get 20 wins in a row to make up for that loss. There's a 17. That is one of those $20 loss ones. The 13 to 17 corner. And then we're back at it with patience and bankroll. You never know when those two numbers are going to hit. It could, like I said, it could be forever, or it could be a bunch in a row. You just never know with roulette. That's why you have to have bankroll and patience. And the law of averages will eventually even out, but it takes a while. And here we go. That's another win. That's a 27 red. All right, we're going to keep chipping away at this. Get as many reps in as we can. And there's a 0. Well, we haven't hit that yet. And that is a $20 loss also, which we also needed to cover. So the 0 and the split there are all $20 losses. That's a 16 red. It's another $20 loss. So that's $40 we just lost there, but we'll make it up here pretty quickly. And that's a 12 red. That's a win. Okay. So if you hit the 0 or the 13 to 17 corner, you'll lose $20. And there's another win on 30 red. Okay. Here we go. Back at it with patience and bankroll. Here we go again. Max and Melanie also like systems that are comp beasts, that builds up lots of comp value. So remember that as well. You're getting $200 worth of bets in on every spin, and we've had a ton of spins. So remember that as well. We've had a lot of 33s today. In fact, I think that 33 has hit maybe 4 times since we started, which is interesting. And there's a 6 black. That's a win. Okay. We still have our bankroll. We still have our patience. We're going to chop, just keep hacking into this and see what we can do. Here we go. That's a 7 red. And it's kind of exciting for me to see how long we can go with this without losing. And let's see what we can do. That's a win. That's a 29 black. And I don't really count the $20 ones as losing. Even though you do lose a little bit, they're minor setbacks. And there's another win. Here we go. And we'll check our balance. See where we're at. It's a 26 black. That's a win. Okay, you can see we're at 400 now. Let's start eating away at that again. That's a 27 red. All right, let's see if we can keep eating into that loss. There's another win. But you could really see if you had the $1,000 bankroll, you could play this all night long. And it's not recommended by Max and Melanie, though. You'd only need to do that if you were trying to recover losses. But, a lot of the time you're going to win that $100 and just walk with it. And that's the best way to do it. So here we go. All right. No, well, that's a $20 loss at 0. But it's not as bad as when you hit 0 with some other systems for sure. So here we go. We almost hit the 18 there again. That would have been, I think we've hit it 7 times now. We've hit those 2 numbers. That's crazy. Yeah, that's right. 7 times. So that would have been 8, and but we didn't hit it, so that's good. And there's a win. We'll spin here and check our balance again. See how many we can win in a row without losing. There's a 16. I think that's a $20 loss. So at least we're down in the 3s now. Let's see if we can keep it going here. Okay, that's a win. All right. Oh my God, we hit 18 again. That's 8 times. Wow. Okay, we're minus 580 again. But again, that's 8 times 2. That's $1,600. So that means in the same time, we've won almost $1,110 spins. So it shows you how many wins we've got. But we are down a lot with 8 losses on those 2 numbers. And let's keep chipping away. I'm not going to give up. We got patience and bankroll still. We got our original $1,000 starting fund. There's another win. We're just going to keep chipping away at it. And eventually, hopefully, we will have a long stretch without those 2 numbers. But again, remember the original idea is to get up 100 and walk. And this is so that you guys know how to deal with it when you do have a major catastrophe. Like having 8 of those 2 numbers hit in this short of a time is pretty ridiculous. But anything can happen when you're playing roulette, and you need to be prepared for any of those things. That's why it's always nice to have a large bankroll and patience. And can't say that enough. That's an 8 black. That's a win. Let's see if we can get a few more wins here at $10 each. Okay, that's a 10 black. Here we go again. That's a 2 black. And we are building up lots of comp value for sure. That's another thing they talked about. And there's another win on 6 black there. Okay, we're down to the 4s again. Let's see if we can work it into the 3s and then into the 2s. And back, oh my goodness though, just as I say that, look at that. So that's 9 now in a row. Now that's 9 that we've hit those 2 numbers. That's $1,800 that we've lost on those. So we're back to, we haven't lost our bankroll, but we're down 680. We'll have to start tearing into it again here. And then we lost $20 there, so we're down 700. Okay, now this would be an epic comeback if we could come back from being down 700 with only getting $10 wins. And there's another $20 loss. Man. Okay, so we're down 720 now. Let's see what we can do here. We still have our bankroll. We got about $280 left. So we can only, after 9 losses, we can only afford probably to lose one more time. And there's a 25 red. All right, let's see if we can eat into this now. Eventually we should start getting a bunch of wins in a row. But like I said, who knows how long it's going to take. And we're just going to keep chipping away at it. Okay, let's see what we can do. Minus 680. We still have $320 left in our bankroll. And here we go. Need things to turn in our favor. Okay, that's a 14 red. That's a $20 loss. That's one of those. Again, the 0 and the 4 numbers in that corner make you lose $20. And there's another one. That's a 17, another $20 loss. So you can see we're minus 710 still. Let's see if we can eat into this. It's a 21 red. Okay, here we go. It's a 19 red. That's a win. All right, here we go. There's another win. That's a 9 red. All All right, one nice thing about this is you don't have to change the bets, it just stays the same. But obviously, the system worked for what they wanted it to do. I just kept playing because I've been telling you guys I'm going to do that so that you can see, a bigger sample size of what could possibly happen. And that's what we're doing here. We're going to see if we can keep eating into what we're down and until we would lose our bankroll. So we're at 26 black there. That's a win. And worst case scenario, say we eat halfway, back that direction, at least, oh my goodness. That's 10 losses now. Oh my goodness. And we can't place another bet now. So we would lose 880. And I don't think that's normal to lose 10 times on those two numbers. But roulette, anything can happen. And just want to let you know that Max and Melanie's system did work. It did get up $100, and we could have cashed out when we were up 100. So remember that. And I just wanted to show you what is possible with a larger sample size. And that was really, really poor luck. But that's what you have to be prepared for. When you're playing roulette, anything can happen at any time. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you haven't joined the TRM fan club yet, you can still do that. It's only 99 cents per month to join. You can click on the link in the description or click join on the homepage to do that. And I would really appreciate it. And also too, if you haven't taken any of the polls yet, I have polls coming out every single day of the week at 8 a.m. If you like polls, you might give that a try. And here pretty soon, we're going to start with the bracket challenge. And I can't wait to get started with that. I'm trying to get the brackets fair and even before we get started. And then also, too, in the poll yesterday, I asked you guys if you wanted it to play at 8 a.m. or at a different time. And you guys said that you wanted to do it at 8 a.m. with the regular videos. So I guess we'll make them into regular videos since so many of you said that's what you wanted to do on the poll. And I'll let you guys know on the community page when that's going to get started. It should be fairly soon. And again, thank you for watching today. Thank you, Max and Melanie, for sending in another system. And I really appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. And also, too, if you haven't followed The Roulette Master on Facebook yet, I'm starting to post these on Facebook. And, if you like them on there, please like and share. And, again, hope you guys have a fantastic day. This is The Roulette Master. Have a good one.